All right, Shalom. I want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the sincere brethren out there that's laboring in his work, pushing out this gospel in all truth, faith, and sincerity, and in doing so, exalting the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, Waha, Rakah Kwadash. I know I say Shalom. All right, so this is going to be a quick in transit, Spirit jumped on me. I was just meditating. Of course, I'm driving, so I'm not going to be able to really pull up no precepts. Lord will. I'll quote a couple of scriptures, and if brothers tune in, they can leave scriptures on the comment board. But, I was meditating about order, man, and how order, it's an old saying or a saying amongst the mafia that no one man's life is bigger than order. All right, and that's a true statement, man. That's why you have like guys who come into this truth and they are seduced by their own lust, their own thoughts. They bring in wayward doctrines and pretty much an idea that's adverse to the body, And when you consider the human body, if it's anything as small as a splinter, then the body will work together to push that splinter away. I remember I was working with this devil, this cracker, and he was talking about how he had a splinter, a piece of wood stuck in his feet, and he couldn't do nothing to get it out, And I think he said like a month or so later, he was in the shower and all of a sudden the splinter made his way out. And that's how the body works. The body will eventually push you out if you're not in harmony, which it all goes back to order, man. When you read 1 Corinthians, 12th chapter, it goes into the diversities, yet one spirit, And that's how it is at Great Millstone. You got these guys, like, for an example, these ITR guys, man. They, first and foremost, this body, Great Millstone, no one of the apostles, not one of the apostles or the heads of these camps ever put a gun to you niggas' head and made you join, man. All right, you came across the apostles, you perceived them to be the men of the Lord, and you followed after them, all right? Now, you disgruntled, pretty much you wasn't willing to deal with order, all right? You had a problem with authority, and now you got it all figured out, man. All right, like 6 disgruntled niggas on a back street in Chicago is the men of the Lord, as if the Lord gonna scrap all the work that the apostles and elders put in, to build this house, and he's gonna just start from scratch with 8 grimy niggas on some back street, man. That show you how delusional you guys are. The scriptures talk about that. I would choose your delusions, man. And see, this thing, it all goes back to order, man. Now, that's the problem with Jake. We all come from backgrounds, where you have niggas just do their own thing. Every man for himself, man. They'll blow the building just to prosper, man. You see it, if you know anything about the streets. Hey, it's in these movies, man. You have one guy like Menace to Society. If you watch that movie, Menace to Society, this guy, Old Dog, from the beginning of the movie, when you go to the end of the movie, right? The results of the movie, you had the guy, Sharif, all these guys, they was looking to get their life together, and they end up getting shot up. But when you go to the core, when you go to the source, it all came from one grimy nigga, Old Dog, man. Just because those gooks mentioned his mother. And that nigga said, "What you say about my mother?" That's the chain of events that actually led to everybody getting shot up, everybody dying. You even had the nigga Kane, he was gonna go, start his life over. But it all started from one nigga, man. And his unwillingness to deal with order. Even amongst the streets, it's certain codes, man. You have a nigga to get in the game, then he get jammed up, then he'll snitch on everybody else, man. And he knew, he was well aware what he was getting involved in, man. See, that's the same sentiment, you know, with guys that come into this truth. They're not willing to deal with the order that's been set up before they got there, man. Each and every one of these guys that have a problem with the apostles, they become disgruntled, and they ultimately become scoffers and scorners. Well, it all goes back to them having a problem with authority and having a problem with order, man. You know? Which, that's the spirit of the black woman. The black woman is plagued with that, man. She don't like order, all right? She want to be rebellious and run, rip and run. You know, that's why if she do run across a man who have some sort of authority or he deals with order, she not with that, man. She want to go run off with some irresponsible rap nigga, man, all right? Some thug nigga, you know? So, really, what you got to understand, if you looking to come into this truth, all right, you looking to, you know, participate in the services in the ministry and serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, the first thought you got to come familiar with, you got to become acquainted with is order, man, okay? This thing is all about order. You got to understand you got somebody over you. When you go off or you do something that's not becoming of a man of the Lord, and a man, you got to realize there's going to be somebody to check you on that, man. And you got to understand that there's somebody over you, man. So order is the main, you know, that's the platform, that's the core. All right, and that's what make this truth. That's why the scriptures talk about the straight and narrow, and there'll be few that ever find it. But see, this was only set up for men, all right, a reserved number of men, and that key word there is men. A true man could deal with being corrected. A true man could deal with order, all right? Yahweh Shah dealt with order, man. He chose the 12, you know? It wasn't just a free fall, man. When you go into the scripture of the man that was plagued with demons, and he desired to follow after Yahweh Shah suffered him not to follow him, man. That was a form of order. This is not a free fall, man. You can't just come into this thing and, you know, you have your own idea, man, all right? That's why the scriptures talk about leaven. You know, you cut that leaven out, at least it affect the whole lump. So, for men out there who have a problem with order and you looking to participate in this ministry, then you need to join IUIC or ISUPK, you know, or GOCC, man. Because those groups, they don't hold fast to order, like here at Great Millstone. That's why men become offended, man. If you want to sniff out a nigga, all right, just bring up some type of order, man, or you know, set some type of parameters, man. Put some restraints and restrictions out there and see how quick that nigga rebel, man, and revolt against that. That's how you weed out a nigga, all right? When you read in the book of 2nd Ezra where it talk about this path that was so narrow, you know, with a deep water on one side and a fire on the other, that scripture says a whole lot. It actually show you that it's an order. You got to walk that path with a certain level of order. Because if you out of order, you out of line, then you surely to fall off, man. You surely to fall in that deep water or on that fire, you know? So, you know, I just wanted to, I want to mention something else. Another scripture come to mind. I think it's in the book of, I'm not sure what book is in. I think it's in the book of Exodus where Jethro, he advised Moses to set up groups of men in different camps. But the point was he said to actually put certain men over them, heads over those men. All right? So this is not a foreign concept. This is not some new idea. The Lord have always dealt with leadership and guys that be put up in certain situations, I mean, in certain roles to, you know, navigate different situations, you know, and lead the flock. All right? So, yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to touch on that subject, order, man. All right? That's one of the main obstacles, you know. That's the main catalyst for brothers, I'm not going to call them brothers, but niggas who have henceforth no longer continue with us in the faith, man. It all goes back, they was not willing to accept the idea of order, all right? So yeah, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you sincere brothers out there that's laboring in his work in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.